The New England Patriots are making a couple of roster moves here before their Week 15 matchup against the Arizona Cardinals. Coming out of their bye week, let's just hop into it. Oh, Pats Nation. Boy, oh boy, does it feel good to be back in the studio. You guys already know your boy was in Miami over the last few days with the AFC East Roundtable crew for event number 2 of the year in Miami, Jets versus Dolphins. It was absolutely amazing. With that being said, though, your boy was out of the studio. Have a couple of videos dropping for you guys this week to make up for the lack of posts this past week. But we got some good news and we got some bad news, depending on who you ask. As always, today's video brought to you by BetUS. We'll talk to you guys a little bit later how you can get an exclusive limited time deal from then. But the Patriots do have a player returning, as Cole Strange has officially been activated to the 53-man roster. We knew that he had returned to practice a couple of weeks ago. That opened his 21-day window to be activated before his season was officially over. He didn't play in that Colts game before the bye week, and I wasn't surprised. I told you guys, don't expect Cole Strange to be activated until after the bye week. That bye week will give him that extra week to get reacclimated, get better into football shape, know this new system, because he has not played football in roughly a year and a half. So it's been a while. But to make room for him on that 53-man roster, they are releasing offseason addition in wide receiver KJ Osborn. Now, as for the Osborn side of this isn't really a surprise to anybody. We knew that they were going to mutually part ways at some point. To me, it just doesn't really make sense on why they're doing it now. KJ Osborn hasn't been happy with his role in this Patriots offense. He's not really getting a lot of production. He's been healthy scratches every other week. You look at his statistics so far this season, and he is on pace for a career low, and it is by far a career low. So far this season, 7 receptions, 57 total yards, 1 touchdown, averaging 8.1 yards per reception. Last year with the Vikings, he put up 540 yards. The 2 years prior with the Vikings, he was able to put up roughly over 600. So a big step back for him. Like I mentioned, they are mutually parting ways, so there's no hard feelings. I already hear the comments rolling in, well, why didn't they trade him during the trade deadline? I'm sure they tried to. I'm sure if they got even a 7th-round pick for KJ Osborn, they would have shipped him away. But the market for wide receivers at this past deadline was not good. You saw low-end wide receiver 1s to high-end wide receiver 2s going for mid-round picks. So what was someone like KJ Osborn going to go for? But like I alluded to earlier, if they weren't going to implement him into the offense and he wasn't happy with his role in the offense, I don't know why it took to week 15 for them to officially let him go. There's 4 games for the rest of the season. And there's a lot of teams out there that need wide receivers. I'm sure he's going to find a home. But if you wanted to do right by him, why didn't you release him a couple of weeks ago when there was more of a market for him, more of a need for him? Honestly, sucks to see KJ go, but at the end of the day, I 100% understand why he is from the Patriots side of things and from his own personal side. You got KB in the building too, and KB's a better wide receiver than KJ is, but they are very redundant. That's why in the offseason, I didn't really understand the move. I liked the player, I liked the person, but didn't really understand just because of how redundant he was in this offense. He's not been, like I said, very good on the field, but he has been a very good person despite what's been going on with his situation. Despite him being healthy scratches every other week, despite him not being very implemented into this offense, you see him, even when he's a healthy scratch, hyping up other guys, running up to guys who are making plays on the field, hyping up Drake May, and not going out on social media and complaining. Now, I'm sure a lot of people's questions are going to be, well, because KJ was released, does this mean we're finally going to see Javon Baker? And while I hope to some extent we see Javon Baker before the end of the season, this is not the move that is going to make that happen. Again, KJ Osborn has constantly been a healthy scratch every single week. Why? Because the Patriots prefer running guys like Kendrick Bourne, Demario Douglas, Kayshon Boutte running a 2 tight end set between Hunter Henry and Austin Hooper. There wasn't enough snaps for guys like Tyquan Thornton and KJ Osborn to get on the field, which is why both of those guys are gone. In order for Javon Baker to get on the field, you're going to have to bench one of these guys that has consistently been in your starting lineup, whether that's Jalen Polk, Kayshon Boutte, or Kendrick Bourne. So while I'm not saying we won't see Javon Baker, what I'm saying is that this move alone does not indicate that we will see him. Before we get on with today's video, though, guys, I want to give a massive shout out to the sponsors of this video, all football season long, over at BetUS. Right now, when you guys sign up and use the promo code that you see on the screen, YouTube150, that is YouTube150, you will lock yourselves into a limited time exclusive offer of a 150% sign up bonus on your first deposit, followed by a 125% sign up bonus on your next 2 deposits, all the way up to $2,000. The deal doesn't stop there, because BetUS right now will also give you a 200% crypto deposit bonus, 10% back on your net losses 2 times a year, which is something no other sportsbook is doing. And they are also giving you your very own personalized account manager. BetUS has the fastest payouts in the industry, live wagering on all major games, and the best betting variety in the business. You don't just have to use this deal on NFL games or NFL futures. You can use it on college football, basketball, baseball, horse racing, fighting, hockey, politics, entertainment, because BetUS has the best betting variety in the business. Guys, please play smart, please play responsible, but just remember that supporting the sponsors that support the channel is a great, really the best way, one of the best ways at supporting this channel, because we could not be here doing this full time, giving you the best Patriots content out there if we did not have people supporting the videos. So big shout out to BetUS. Now, as for the Cole Strange side of this, I'm just happy to get him back. Why? Because I want to see what this team can look like before the season ends and as they go into 2025. People forget this entire season was based off of player evaluation. What are you getting from your young bucks? What are you getting from your future players? What are you getting from Layden Robinson, Michael Onwenu, Drake May, the young wide receivers, Cole Strange, guys who you are asking to build your team moving forward, Christian Barmore. And Cole Strange is definitely a part of that, because it was just back in 2022 that the Patriots selected him in the first round. I also really want to see what Cole Strange looks like in this new offensive system. He hasn't played football in about a year and a half, so he does have to get back into football shape. It might take him some time, but I think that this offense, this scheme under Alex Van Pelt actually fits what Cole Strange was meant to do coming out of the draft much better than the system he played in 2022 with the Pats and in 2023. Keep in mind, when Bill Belichick did draft him in that draft, that's when they were trying to go into a West Coast offense with Matt Patricia. Ultimately, that didn't work out, and the Patriots had to go back to their old roots, and Cole Strange became a player that really didn't make a lot of sense in that specific scheme. Now with Alex Van Pelt, with Drake May, they are heavily running a West Coast offense, a zone offense. And because of that, I think that this is a system that Cole Strange will fit in very, very well. The other great thing about this is, again, yes, he hasn't played football in a while. How is he going to come back? How's he going to look? How's he going to look like in this offense? Continuity with the offensive line is the most important thing. But Cole Strange has played the most, or I should say, second most football on this offensive line with the New England Patriots, just behind Michael Onwenu, he has the second most starts, only behind Michael Onwenu. As for where they're going to play him, I think left guard is what makes the most sense. He's coming back. He's in a new system. Don't make it harder on him than it has to be by changing his position. Now, I know the rumors coming out of practice that he's been practicing at center. From what Cole Strange himself has said is that he's practicing at center just to be able to update his repertoire. If the Patriots need him to play there, he can do so, because he's played left guard his entire career. So he's comfortable just slipping right back into there without having to actually practice there. And the problem for Strange hasn't been his overall play, because when he's on the field, he looks pretty good. The problem for him has just been his durability and that ability to actually stay on the field. And the O-line in general, it's had a lot of rotation this season in all positions. But if you look at it currently, the weakest part to the Patriots offensive line has been left guard. They tried Michael Jordan. He looked good in the beginning of the season. As things progressed, he started to lose it. That's why he's not on the team anymore. They tried rookie Layden Robinson, who is a right guard, over on the left side. He didn't look great either. So I think Cole Strange can come in and give them a solidified body that'll probably give them the best left guard that they've had the entire season. At the end of the day, guys, all eyes are on 2025. Start building continuity on your offensive line and with your team in general. It's kind of like the same thing I said roughly a month ago when Christian Barmore was coming back. It's not necessarily about making the big impact right now, but getting him back into football shape, getting him acclimated so that we can start training camp and the 2025 season on a hot start. But hey, guys, look, this is where I kick it to you. What are your thoughts on KJ Osborn being released and Cole Strange officially being activated to the 53-man roster before the Arizona Cardinals game? As always, guys, make sure you leave a big like on the video on your way out. Subscribe to the channel for all of your New England Patriots news. Hit that bell notification when you do subscribe so that you get notified every single time we post. But boy, oh boy, baby, does it feel good to be back. And we got a lot of content that's coming out for you guys this week before the end of the season. As always, guys, I appreciate you for watching, and go Pats.